Yo guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Kev.
And it's Trice.
And welcome back to the TKS family, J Harris family, your favorite family channel. Guys, welcome back, and as always, we thank you guys for your support. We appreciate each and every one of you, your comments, everything that you do to support us, to give us that inspiration to continue dropping content. Alright, speaking of content, today is a much more different forum. Alright, today we're going to be doing a little discussion, a little reflecting back on Trice past, guys. Basically, all of this is, bottled around never forget where you come from, and exactly this what she's going to explain to you guys is you want to say stay tuned and listen to what she's about to say, because it could help you. And guys, share this video if you like it. Share it, let other people experience and know exactly how they can overcome these issues. So today your boy playing the interviewer, right? This is my guest with me here, and she's patiently waiting to speak. So let us not hold her back any longer. Trice, let us know exactly who Trice was and what.
Where were you?
No, remember, you remember your experience at certain.
How I'm feeling like,
She in the studio, she in the mission station, she in the place. You have things set up here, nice, So you have the opportunity to let us know exactly, because I am sure that there are people out there probably experience it or have experienced it and cannot overcome it like you did. There we do this.
Okay guys, so I'm just gonna give you all a little background from where I used to live, I used to live in Canoa. I don't know if most of you have probably heard about it, I'm not too sure, but Canoa is a part of San Juan, right? And where we live, well, I grew up there from, I can't remember how long, but anyway, where I grew up there, and it had like okay, so when you stop out, it have like a hill for you to go up, and you have to walk up. No cars can go up on that hill, right? And where we used to, well, before when we were growing up, it had like a few neighbors on that hill who used to live. So when you're going up the hill, it had like little neighbors, right?
So it wasn't a big neighborhood?
It was not big neighborhood. Like down the hill in the road part, it had like people living and stuff. But going up that hill there, like it hardly, you could count on your fingers. If I think, I probably could count how much houses it had.
Okay. Right?
So, but you had to walk up the hill, and then you probably would get 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 houses probably. Anyway, count, right? So, next to us it had like neighbors, right? But I'm just gonna tell you all about us, how we used to live. So the house I used to live, it was a board house, right? It was my father, my mom, my sister, and my 2 sisters. My older sister who used to be with us, I think now when I did, or I can't remember how she used to be there, but, and my little sister and I, right? So now up there now is a board house. It have like 1 bedroom, a drawing room and a kitchen area, right? It don't have no toilets. It didn't have no toilets. It didn't have no water. So we had to use oh actually no, I tell it no, let me rephrase it. We had a toilet, we had a latrine. Down the, okay, but how by us was, how the place was, you had to walk down, it had a latrine. Okay. So you had to use the latrine, you had to go out to use the latrine, I don't remember. So, like any night, long time, I don't know if it's still hard, but I think like now, like, I don't know if people is using it now, I know the babies is using like a potty. But long time it had like, it's called a posy, I think, right? So we used to have like a posy inside, for any night and stuff, and then they carry to the latrine. Again, all the road thing, right? So it didn't have no water, so we still had to go up to the spring. So now when by us it have a spring, so you have to go up the hill. And when you're going up on that spring now, because what's how we live in is bush. Bush. So snake, and at times when they go out there, snake will crush through my legs. So. and it just frightened. It's really well frightened. In the night time, the hill now then had no light, so it was so dark, like when you're going in darkness. Right?
So they ever had moments where you had to walk the hill on your own in the night? Yeah,
not when I was small like that.
Okay.
Because when I was so young, when I was so young, I was no mother,
of course,
father.
okay.
But
Alright.
when I get older, when I met you, yeah, I'm bossy.
Okay.
Right, guys? So, but I wouldn't tell them about all of that because I might just get too long. Probably next time I will tell you when it is we move out and come back on it and stuff. But
oh, for sure, you have to,
right?
You know?
So, I can remember going up in the spring and stuff, and as I was telling you, there was this snake going across the foot. It have a bridge, the bridge, like it kind of breaking down. You have to cross this bridge down, and you're frightened because if you cross this bridge down and you fall, I used to be thinking like if you could fall down inside of it, because it's like a deep hole kind of thing.
Oh, it's a hole, not like water?
I can't remember if it had water or not. I really can't remember. But yes, so I used to be very frightened. And I remember, like when I reached up in the spring, you used to see snakes. You used to literally see snakes. So you had this fully water in the bottle and walk around and things. So that was our lifestyle, living up on that hill. It was really scary.
So the spring water is what we used to drink too? We
used to drink that spring water. We used to use that water to bathe. Sometimes I think we used to bathe from rainwater too.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is how I grew up. And I just want to let you know, never, as Kev said earlier, never forget where you came from, because you always see me living in a nice little big house here, and you would think that I just grew up, I grew up in a nice lifestyle. No, I came from nothing. And I used to always say that when I grew up and I get to realize where I came from, I used to always say I would never want my child to grow like that. And I could tell you all more about like when we move out and come back up, because we move out of the hill and we come back up on the hill, but I'll leave that for next story, for next day. But it was really that life. It was actually, when we was growing up, we didn't even know about, we didn't think it was hard, if you understand, because we didn't know anything really. But it's like when I move and come back onto Nigeria, I get to realize, I get old and you're seeing things. That is when I get to realize, like, wow, this is how we live in.
Alright, so this is basically episode 1 of Life in Canoa with Trice. And you got the baby stage of how they used to be there. And guys, let me let you guys know, it will get more interesting because there's a lot more to do. So this episode basically is about the baby stage and what their lifestyle was about. Basically. Yeah,
so it was in the baby stage. It was kind of nice. It was kind of, because I had like neighbors and friends and thing, and I used to go online with them and say, I didn't really regret that baby stage.
Yeah, because you see, the thing is, as a child, you weren't ready like study the problems.
Exactly.
You wouldn't really see what is the actual problem that
because you don't know what your parents going through that is like.
Exactly.
Just like Sarah, I don't know nothing.
Yeah, she had no idea of what's going on. So that's
but your parents, I don't know if how my parents used to feel. I don't know if they used to go through like whatever. I don't know.
And not just that, how hard they work to take care of it. So these are things as a child you wouldn't understand. So that's why we decided to do this in a way to explain to you guys, because you really have to remember where you came from. And well, unfortunately, what she's telling us, I don't know how you can remember it, but
I remember
as a baby, but it's good to know because
when
a baby, I was like not toddlers even though, because you will be like what, 6, 7?
I was in preschool, I was in primary school.
Primary school, yes, so we'll have a little knowledge of what taking place. Alright guys, so we want you all to stick around for this, because this is going to be like a EP, let's call it. So EP 1 of Trice, episode 1 here. So stay tuned for the other one, and we're going to be back with much more with this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until then, we stay on the vibe.
And together forever we are.